Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos.
Hello everyone, my name is Vidhan Pandya. In this video, I want to talk about how to time death using Nadi Astrology. So Nadi Astrology is a very deep subject, and we can use, there are rules in Nadi Astrology which tells you like how to time the death. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take you through two examples and see how to time the death. So the method which I'm going to use is the same method of progression which is used in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi. And the same method, same progression which I'm going to use is also available in the book called as New Marvels of Nadi Astrology. So this is the book which I edited like 4 or 5 years back. Shri Jitendra Trivedi ji, he has written this book and I was one of the editors of that book. So it's a very interesting, beautiful concept here. Basically uses the concept of progressions, right? So in Nadi Astrology, we all know that we use different kind of progressions. So the progressions which I'm going to use is Jupiter progresses 1 house per year and Saturn progresses 1 house in 2.5 years. So that's the basic progression of Nadi Astrology which I'm going to use. And we'll take the example of Shri Lata Mangeshkar ji. We all know it's a very sad news that she left us like a couple of days back. Today is 9th of February and she breathed her last on 6th of February, right? So a few days back, we all feel the pain of her demise, right? So we'll take the example of Shri Lata Mangeshkar ji first, and then we will also take another example of Irrfan Khan. The thing with Irrfan Khan is we don't have the accurate birth time of Irrfan Khan. So, I mean, this combination, this technique is also, can be used in that case also. So let's look at the technique. What is the technique? So what's the dictum? So the dictum says that Sun, Moon and Jupiter are the life supporting planets. When the natal position of these planets connect to Rahu, Ketu and Saturn, death comes. And this is written on the page 115 of the book New Marvels of Nadi Astrology. As I said, this book was written by Shri Jitendra Trivedi ji. So this is a dictum. So Sun, Moon and Jupiter are the life supporting planet. These are the planets who give life, right? So, and then when these planets, natal position of these planets connect with the progressed Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, this is when the death happens. But before we time the death, we should always remember that these combinations will occur multiple times in the life of a person. Only at the opportune time, when the time your longevity has passed, only then the death will come. Not everybody will die when this combination happens in your chart. So be aware, and we are dealing with topics like death. Do not scare people in the name of death, right? Do not spread miscommunication. Do not don't deal with that with a weak heart, faint heart, right? So that is like the ultimate truth, right? So with that background, let's look at the example of Shri Lata Mangeshkar ji. So if we go into Nadi Astrology module and we look into the Nadi progression 1, what we see here is her natal sun is in sign Virgo. The progress Ketu was transiting through her natal sun. Now here in the Nadi Astrology, the trinal aspects are the most important aspects. So this Ketu is having a trinal aspect to the natal Jupiter. We can see that natal Jupiter is in black color here on the screen, and Ketu is making a trinal connection to the natal Jupiter as well as the natal Sun. So out of three planets, Sun, Moon, and Jupiter, we can see Ketu is impacting the natal Sun and as well as the natal Jupiter. Now let's look at the Saturn. Saturn is also in trine with Jupiter and Sun. So Saturn is impacting Jupiter and Sun, both these planets. We know that these two are the life-giving planets. And Saturn is also in the seventh from the natal moon. So Saturn is making a connection with not just a Jupiter, Sun, but also with the natal moon. Now here, another thing to note is this natal, this progress Rahu. As you can see, the progress Rahu is in the 11th house, and it is making connection with the natal moon. So it is having a fifth aspect or trinal connection with the natal moon. So in that way, we can see that all these planets, all the life-giving planets, which are Sun, Jupiter, and Moon, all are impacted by Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn. Right? And this is the reason why she left to the heavenly abode a few days back. So she was running the 93rd year. Right? So this is how we can see that the last days of Sri Lata Mangeshkar ji. So here, the good thing about Lata Mangeshkar chart is that we all have the birth details of Lata Mangeshkar chart. But same is not the case with the charts of other celebrities. Sometimes celebrity, we don't have the actual time of birth, but we know the date and the place of the celebrities, right? So in that case also, you can use this technique to see if the death is coming to them or not, right? We'll take the example of Irrfan Khan. So Irrfan Khan was born on 7th of January 1967 in Jaipur, right? And his birth time is not known. So what I did is I created a chart with Aries ascendant, right? So you can see on the screen that this is the Aries ascendant chart. Now, Irrfan Khan died on 29th of April 2020, right? So let's look into the Nadi progression 1, which comes under Nadi Astrology. And then he died when he was running the 54th year. So in the 54th year, he died on April 29th, 2020, which will fall under April 9th of 2020, which will fall under 54th running year. So here in this case, what you will see is Saturn, progress Saturn, which is indicated in red color, is in the Sagittarius sign, and it is conjoining with the natal Sun. So the progress Saturn is impacting the natal Sun, right? And then the Ketu and Rahu, they are having an aspect on the natal moon. So here we can see Ketu is progressing over the natal moon, and this Ketu is making a connection with the trinal connection with the natal Jupiter. So natal Jupiter is in the sign Cancer and Ketu is in the sign Scorpio. So it is in the trine sign with the natal Jupiter. So here we can see that all Sun, Jupiter and Moon are connected with the progress Sun, progress Saturn and the Ketu. In that way, these three malefic planets, the Saturn, Rahu and Ketu, are impacting the life-giving planets, which are Sun, Moon and Jupiter. And then the death comes to this native, which is Irrfan Khan. So this is how we can use the Nadi astrology tools and techniques to time the death even when the birth details are known or not known, right? Hope this simple technique is easy for you to understand. And if you have any questions, you can always type in your questions and comments in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.